So I want to talk about a few videos that we've done this year. Maybe top 3 videos we filmed.
Oh, wow. I should have done some research.
Maybe worst video
I've
we've
got
done.
that already. Is that bad that I know the worst one straight away?
You know the worst
I know
one
that. I'm
straight
looking
away.
I've got something on my phone. I've got it up right. I'm looking at it in the eye now.
Hold that thought. I don't know what the worst one is.
I do.
I want to go top 3. I want to go worst one, which obviously you sound pretty certain you know what it is. And maybe a video we would have filmed differently if we had the opportunity again.
Ooh. Okay.
Then also I want to come on to podcast as well. Top 3 episodes of podcast.
Right.
Best guest, worst guest.
Ooh, worst guest. Matt Fryer.
Easy. Should we go top 3 YouTube first?
Why don't we do like 3 but collectively rather than you doing 3 and I do 3? We'll build it.
Oh, I like that.
Okay. So
I
it's
like
collaborative.
That. Okay. What have you got one that stands out straight away?
I've got one that I think you're going to be surprised about.
I'm going to get my phone so I can check my YouTube videos.
One that I'm going to put in there. I'm not going to say 1, 2 or 3, but in the top 3.
Okay.
And I hate to say it in some regard because I wasn't there. Lee Westwood. Caddying for Lee Westwood.
And
I explain why.
I'd love you to. That shocked me.
Because I wasn't on the shoot because I couldn't go because you could only have one person, so he obviously took a cameraman. And I think I was he out? Was that the only reason I didn't go? I thought it was something else. I can't remember. And obviously you got off a time with Lee Westwood, which is incredible. It's one of the best. Well, now certainly after this year, he's won the race to Dubai. He's one of the best golfers on the planet, one of the most famous golfers on the planet. He's the kind of golfer that non-golfers have heard of, certainly in the UK. But when you got asked to go and film with him, it's like, well, that's great, but what do you do? He knows who you are, I think, because you've met him before. He's got some time free. But how do you make a good video with Lee Westwood that's different? You can't play golf. I don't think you're allowed. Were you allowed to or not?
I think I was actually. It was a weird one because it was the Pro-Am. So the original premise of the conversation with BMW was a spot in the Pro-Am, which I've done before and it is cool, but it has been done before.
Yeah.
So when that wasn't going ahead, they turned around and said, we'll still want you to get some content with one of our ambassadors or whatever it may be, and that was Lee Westwood. And you can actually play golf with him. I didn't massively want to.
Yeah, that was it. We weren't sure what to do to make a video that's different. Because that's the thing. When you get time with tour pros, which is obviously, again, it's really appreciative. Oh, I'm not doing that again, for Christ's sake. Appreciative.
We really
appreciate.
We really appreciate
This
it.
is a joke. Appreciative.
Yeah.
No, this is ridiculous because I was going to talk about the delusional thing today, which I can say perfectly. Appreciative. Oh my God.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, but how do you say I'm really appreciative of that? That's it, innit? Right,
perfect.
yeah. So we appreciate time. Oh, for Christ's sake. This is filmed as well. Look at my face. We appreciate time with the tour pros, but it has to be a good video.
Yep.
So then you came up with the idea of this caddying thing, and then they said, well, you can't actually physically carry the bag because of COVID. So I was like, for Christ's sake. But it came out, because I think sometimes, because I wasn't there as well, so I saw it in the edit, like from fresh, and it was a really good video. I think you got a lot out of Lee. First hole was a bit cold, which is fine. To warm him up, which you did a good job of. It was entertaining. It was another thing we focus on more internally with the video is the retention. So making sure that the video for the viewer is good from start to finish. It's not going to get boring. There was no real massive goal to it, but yeah, it was a great watch all the way through. You did well on that one.
Thanks, pal.
So that's up there for me.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? It was as well. It was one of those ones, again, getting time with athletes, getting time with these superstars, because they are superstars. Like, you do have to nail it, and sometimes it is tricky, but Westwood was on form, and it was a great video. So that's I would agree. I'm putting that in top 3 as well.
I've got another one now. Oh, I don't know if it's this year. It's not this year. Is it this year?
Can I tell you mine?
Yeah, go on.
And the reason why it's mine, not only did I film it, I edited it. Believe it or not. I think this is the only video this year I edited completely from start to finish. And it wasn't so much that. It was my little baby. It was my little project. And if I'm honest, I think because I thought very fast on my feet, it made us still stay productive through March and April a lot.
Talk to me.
And that was building the home simulator.
Yeah.
So when lockdown took place in March, and obviously you couldn't get out on the golf course, you couldn't play. Obviously, I still want to make videos. We've got staff, we've got a business to run. So luckily, very quickly, I thought on my feet and actually managed to get a simulator and get all the preparation into my garage, strip my garage. It took me days. It took me hours. It sounds daft, but it's the most amount of work I've done this week this year on any single video, because literally every single night I was in the garage. That's true. Stripping it out, moving things, like actually working. Do you know, like you know when people come home from work and go, "I've had a really hard day from work." I never ever feel like I say that ever.
You can't say that.
But that one, I must admit, there's many times I got home. I was already at home, but got from the garage into the house.
That commute to the garage is bloody murdering it in the morning. It takes 4 seconds.
Luckily, we didn't have any bad weather. But yeah, I was literally getting home in my house at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
and
it was
literally
good. He did a good job.
going to my wife and going, I'm actually bloody knackered. Like, I know what it feels like to do bloody hard work to some degree. And then obviously I filmed the video, I actually edited it because I really was invested in it. And it went down really well. I think it was one of our first videos on trending this year.
I think it was, yeah.
So that obviously was a big thing as well because it was the time when everyone was after home simulators and this, that, and the other. So that was really, really up there.
I'll let you have that.
Is there
I know the next one, 100%. You ready for it? When you played with John Robbins.
Yeah, that's a good video, that.
I think when I see a video as being a success, obviously when we do the illegal clubs, which some people love, some people don't like, which is fine, or illegal balls, whatever, they're really good, and it's nice when we sometimes find them before other people. But something's come out of the audio. Is that just your headphones? Yeah. It's really good, but it's like you don't feel like it's, in a way, your video. It's just a product, isn't it? Which is still good, but it's like, well, anybody could have found that product. But with the John Robbins one, it was our idea. So it was you playing a self-proclaimed bad golfer. He had a full set of clubs. You had a 7-iron.
Well, if you remember, we actually came up with the idea before we come up with the bad golfer.
Yes.
So we had our idea in our mind that I wanted to play golf with an amateur golfer.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I know loads of amateur golfers, but we wanted someone who was going to be really good on camera.
With that little bit of charisma.
And do you remember, we watched one of John Robbins' first videos with him and Alex Horn,
Yeah.
and we watched it in the office, and we laughed so many times, and even just that entrance when they came on, Hi, I'm John Robbins.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Alex Horn. All right, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it was like, and Guy, you reached out to him, messaged John, and he was really up for the idea. It was terrible weather.
It was.
It was February time.
Mm-hmm.
It was honestly horrendous. A lot of the times that day we wouldn't have filmed.
He actually, if you remember, he persuaded us to film in a way because he came to the office that we used to have. We did a podcast first, then we came here and had lunch, and we were kind of twiddling our thumbs, weren't we? And he was like, right, should we go and film now? I was like, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was horrible. But luckily, actually, we got out, and the first couple of holes were pretty grim. But after that, it actually really brightened up. It was a mammoth film. Our team, was it Harry that edited that?
Harry
one?
edited it.
And you had real director's control over it. You managed to chop it down into a much
Still
more...
28 minutes long.
That's mad.
But it was a good video.
It could have been an hour and a half, that video, easily. And like I say, it has smashed it. Nearly 2 million views. And again, you could easily rate it on views. You could rate these top 3 on views. That luckily does have a lot of views as well, but doesn't mean that was because it was the top video. But yeah, that was really good. So, and we've got...
Enough of the good stuff.
We've got
one more.
3.
I thought we did 3 collectively.
What did you say?
We've gone...
What was your first one?
I've forgotten already. Lee Westwood.
Oh, yeah.
Home Sim.
Oh, I've got more.
Go on then.
You know which one I also really liked?
Yeah, go on.
Weirdly, we actually released it the very day after Home Simulator. Will a tour caddy improve my golf score?
Yeah, that was a good one.
With Steve Brotherhood.
And that's been a very popular podcast as well with Steve Brotherhood. That's one of the people's favourites.
I just felt like that was just a really good video. A great idea. Really well filmed. It was a beautiful day. I'm looking at the list now. I've got more. I like the left-handed video.
Yeah?
The 1 million special. Bit different. Bit out there. What else? I've got too many. Anyway, too many to mention.
I feel like people want to hear about what you don't like. This is where the clickbait. This is where Rick Shiels hates his golf videos. Is the title's going to be? What's the worst video of the year? I know what it is, in my opinion.
Oh, worst video of the year.
Yeah.
I feel like you're so adamant on this.
Horrendous video.
Oh wow.
It's not horrendous. I'm just taking the make, but it's
the
the worst.
In the year, later in the year.
It was COVID forced us to do it to some degree.
Okay.
So have a look around.
I know where we're looking.
Have a look around that vicinity.
There's one that
you're in. Steve Brotherhood was in that arena. It's around that vibe. It's obviously not that video, but it's in that ballpark. It's nothing. It's not like an embarrassing video. It's just not performed well. It was like the thumbnail's rubbish.
Was it the YouTube Golf Day one?
100% is that one. It was the Rick Shiels Q&A YouTube Golf Day, and it was a Q&A around the course, and it was.
Sorry, my microphone.
It wasn't very good, was it?
Headphones come out again. 1 sec.
It wasn't the best video.
COVID did force us into that
Yeah,
video.
force your
Basically,
hand.
we knew that we needed to film content before lockdown took place, proper lockdown, and we were really busy, and that was literally the last one on the pile, and we're like, let's just film it anyway, and it was crap,
Panic stricken.
it was crap. We thought that might have been the last video we had to release for the rest of the year potentially, because like I say, we didn't know what was going to happen. Is there a video? I'd agree with that one. I think that's pretty bad.
Can I call it tripe?
Try the other one. Which video would you film again if we had the chance?
Oh wow.
I've got two that I'd film again if I had the chance.
Again.
And it's more my presentation of the videos as opposed to maybe the idea or the concept.
So it's your fault rather than my fault.
I'd say so.
Yeah, standard.
But I think both. I actually think both videos were my idea anyway.
Oh,
I think they were both my idea.
I don't know.
And I'd love to film them again because the videos I probably would never watch again in the future.
Recently, or
No, one very, very early in the year, super early, one in COVID lockdown.
I don't know.
I think it'll probably make sense when I do it.
Go on.
100-year-old golf ball.
You do it again?
Yeah, I probably would. And there's a couple of reasons. The 100-year golf ball, if you remember in the video.
It's had 1 million views, that.
I know, I'm not complaining for the views. It's probably just not a video I would watch again. There's a couple of reasons. I think in the video, I probably said 100-year golf ball
Yeah, you did.
1 million times.
Yeah.
And I also said these golf balls cost me £100 or
Yeah.
whatever they cost me 1 million times. I repeated myself a lot in that video.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the best day in the world. I just felt like I wanted maybe to test it a little bit more, maybe get it on GC Quad, maybe compare it to other golf balls. I felt like we just didn't, for a golf ball that's 100 years old, we didn't give it justice.
How many years old was it again?
On that theme, there's also another video that I hate the presenting of.
Ooh.
I hate.
And it's
Similar
I was gonna say,
theme.
is it you? Obviously, it's you. What?
Similar theme
Go on.
of that. The £4,000 golf club.
Yeah. Weak. Naff. Poor.
That was a crap. Again, it's had 500,000 views, but I must have said in the video the driver cost £4,000, probably 4,000 times, and gold driver 1 million times. It was just crap, and I can do a lot better than that. So they're the two. If I could film them again, I probably would do. I probably wouldn't film the £4,000 driver potentially, but it still brought 500,000 views in, so I can't complain.
It did all right, didn't it?